interesting when we think about people who exercise or those who might identify as athletes, because the general public might look at them and think, well, they should have absolutely no body image concerns whatsoever. But we know that's not the case.
I thought that was like the ideal body and that's what I had to achieve to be successful.
So sometimes that's challenging, like looking in the mirror and going, well, I don't look like the way I would like to look.
When you're younger, you kind of just think slim is better.
I was carving a reality that I wanted to live in terms of what I perceived.
I would always sort of film myself in my tri-suit or the tight-fitting clothes, my Nike Pros, my sports bras, to see if it would be acceptable for me to take my top off on the track.
My name's Dr. Novadine Smith. Since studying my BSc undergraduate degree and then my PhD in psychology, I'm now a chartered psychologist in the division of health. Body image is a term that often is bandied about by everybody across the lifespan, but I don't think actually people really know what it entails. I think when people think about body image, they often think about negative aspects of body image, but body image simply refers to a person's thoughts, feelings and perceptions of their bodies. That's literally all body image actually is. But of course it's complex, it's multifaceted, it's gendered, it's ethnic, it's cultural, it's age dependent, it varies across the lifespan. So how we think and feel about our appearance and our bodies can change from one situation to the next. But then for some people, actually body image could be something that they think quite constantly about or consistently about for a long period of time. So yeah, that's how I define body image, but how we experience body image and how we communicate about body image can vary person to person.
My name's Lizzie Yarnold. I did the sport of skeleton. I'm 37 years old.
I'm Lauren Mackey, I'm 20 and I'm a Team GB boxer.
My name's Lucy, I'm 30 and I play for Burley.
I'm Jess, I'm 22 and I do triathlon.
It's Kate Benson, I'm a flanker and I play at Burley.
So how I got into it was through a talent search called Girls for Gold. I was 18 at the time. I'd previously been in a talent search when I was about 14, 15. It was one of the first talent searches in the UK that was for more athletics and sprints and throws, multi-sports. But Girls for Gold was to fill about 7 different sports that weren't so well participated in the UK, so skeleton was one of those. Within 4 to 5 years, I was then on the World Cup circuit, which is the top tier of my sport, and then competed in my first Olympic Games in 2014 and then again in 2018, and then retired after 2018. So I won 2 gold medals in those Olympic Games.
I was a former gymnast and then switched sports and I'm now progressing through the amateur ranks of amateur boxing. I've got 2 national titles, 2 European silver medals and 1 world silver medal.
So I started playing rugby about 6 years ago and that was the first time. I used to play football before that, and football girls, not always, but the people I played for all looked kind of the same. So when I started playing rugby it was very different. But then yeah, obviously, so I've had that experience, and then since joining Burley, like everyone just, you're normally suited to different positions for different body types and also not. So you know, you get some people that are really like really fast, really small, like everyone's just different. I think it's really cool, yeah.
Started off as a competition swimmer and then I had an unfortunate accident where I actually broke my wrist. So then I transitioned to triathlon as a youth, joining the academy when I was 14, competed in the Super Series in 2019, and then obviously when COVID hit, it hit quite hard. And although I trained a lot throughout COVID, mentally I don't think I was actually in the sport to the point where it ended up becoming more of a toxic obsession rather than a hobby I enjoyed to do.
Body image has always been a topic of conversation, and particularly for women's bodies, our bodies have been a lot more scrutinised than men's bodies. And that's across the decades. You know, there has always been a trend for women to conform to, or to fit in with. And we've seen that right the way from sort of the turn of the century, where actually there used to be a preference for a larger figure, to sort of moving towards the 60s, 70s, where we were very much seeing very slender, thin bodies, then of course becoming more curvaceous, and then I think we're starting to see a bit more of a trend back to a preference for a thinner, more waif-like body shape. But also we moved to a point where we're also starting to think about athletic ideals as well, and women not wanting to just look very thin or very slender, but actually women also wanting to appear quite athletic or even muscular.
Because obviously your body's a reflection of what you putting into it, like the training, like your diet, and to see like people that are proud of their hard work, it does make you want to be proud of your hard work as well.
I used to be quite small, I used to be really little, and then this past year I went to the gym, so I go to the gym. It's really part of my like daily, weekly routine, and I've packed on quite a bit of muscle, a bit more weight, and I think it's so empowering doing that and coming to play rugby, because I think quite often there's like quite a negative idea about what women in sports should look like and what they should look like as a woman alongside that. But especially in rugby, when I speak to other women, even like suggested that they play rugby, it's kind of been like, do you think I look like a rugby player? It's just kind of mad to me, because I'm like, everybody could play rugby.
On academy days, I would like make sure I'd put my clothes on the night before that I would be wearing to make sure I didn't look too fat in them compared to the others. And you know, I'd have my cycle jersey and I'd be like, oh, my boobs look too big in that. I'm going to put a different jersey on, an oversized jersey. Oh, that sports bra shows my rolls off on my side. I'm going to wear a different sports bra. Or another one wasn't supportive enough. So I did find growing up that it was very, you know, something I obsessed over was how I had to, you know, how I looked, how I thought other people would kind of view me of based on my body.
You know what? I think I've always prided myself on being the strong one, so physically strong. That was my power play, that was my winning hand. So actually I think I was carving a reality that I wanted to live in terms of what I perceived.
There is some argument that the world that we live in right now, particularly the virtual world of social media, is exacerbating these concerns more than anything, because that's the vehicle we use to communicate with each other. And of course, we often use quite a lot of image-based platforms as well that very much compound or shape a preference for a particular ideal. So it's quite complex, but I think it's too simplistic to say that, you know, the media has caused body image concerns or body dissatisfaction. I think there's a lot more within a person's environment.
In boxing, I would say it's less so, especially in the amateurs, because you don't weigh in front of anyone. You're fully kitted out, and it is kind of, you get in and you box, and there's not really much media attention, and if there is, it's not focused on how people look, it's more the results that people are getting. But in the pros, you can sometimes see it, like there's a couple pro boxers that are part of OnlyFans, just as a way to have an extra income come in. So you can understand why they're doing it. So when they like weigh in, they're probably maybe a bit more revealing with their lingerie rather than just like your cycling shorts and your sports bra. So boxers that do that, they might get a bit of negativity in the media. As girls are getting better, they're earning like the public's respect and realising like they deserve the platform for being talented, not for how they look.
Social media, so I'm 37. When I went to the Sochi Olympics, Twitter was just appearing. When I went to university, Facebook was just kind of getting going. In the Circle of Shame, which you probably won't remember, but Heat magazine used to do this Circle of Shame, and it's extraordinary that even existed, you know, that was being consumed and almost like in that way of hunger, people wanted more to consume. And I think I'm really fortunate, I'm really grateful for the fact that I competed when I did and I grew up when I did.
Probably is still a lot on my camera roll, but I would always sort of film myself in my tri-suit or the tight-fitting clothes, my Nike Pros, my sports bras, to see if it would be acceptable for me to take my top off on the track. And I remember, I think I posted like an Instagram story in my second year of uni. It was like, oh my God, I ran on the track in a crop top for the first time in 3 years. Who cares? And I kind of wish I could go back and be like, wear what you want, look like whatever you want.
It's mad to me how, like, you know, we can celebrate how sort of like big and heavy maybe like the England men's squad is. Never heard anybody talk about that, about the women's like forwards pack. I think the only times that I've really heard about women's bodies in particular being referenced in media is like if there's ever a problem. So the representation is like not enough. It's just not enough. It's like it's still a strange thing to talk about. Like I was saying earlier, I speak to some women about, hey, do you want to try rugby? And they get offended.
From the sort of 80s, 90s, where we focused very much on negative body image, body dissatisfaction and eating disorders. We've progressed now to focusing so much more, not just on positive body image, but also thinking about things like body appreciation. And what I mean by body appreciation is just having some respect and love for your body, you know, in terms of what it can do. And there's also a term called body functionality as well. So again, recognising what your body is capable of, what it can do.
So I retired 8 years ago. I've had 3 children and I've had these surgeries for athletic reasons, but also I've had 3 cesarean sections with my children. So the physicality of the shift from 8 years ago as the double Olympic champion to now I've transitioned to a new career as an executive coach. I've got 3 children. So the body shift, there's been so many transitions within that sort of 8 years. I think I probably still see almost as a functional thing that's created these 3 amazing human beings. My body is very different, but equally the things that can go wrong very easily, you know, the sort of unimaginable pain of back issues, the respect for the physical body in the way that it does what I need it to do. It wins medals and it creates amazing children. I can walk around every day. I'm very thankful. But equally, I think I now have a respect for the fact that it can go wrong quite quickly and unexpectedly.
Like when I'm training, it is kind of my body's there to help me in my training. Like having the muscle is to help me carry that strength into training. Being lean makes me be quicker in training.
I think it's hard to match up sometimes the way your body looks and what your body can do. There's a lot of stuff you see when people look aesthetically quite good, but actually if you knew what their body could do, maybe we're comparing ourselves for different reasons. Like it's not just about what someone looks like. Actually, not everyone can do what I can do or what the girls can do. So sometimes that's challenging, like looking in the mirror and going, well, I don't look like the way I would like to look, but my body can still do loads of cool stuff. So I think, like I said at the beginning, it's just a bit of a journey, like trying to balance those things out.
Never did another triathlon until September. And I did one, so that would have been 3.5 years later. Didn't give a shit what I looked like. Had a second-hand tri-suit, had my bike, ran on the grass, and I ended up coming 3rd and 1st in my age group. And I was huge then. Like I was probably the biggest I'd ever been compared to what I am now where I've been training. And so the fact that I was able to do that at maybe like 79 kilograms compared to 69 now is unbelievable that I could achieve that.
Behind every performance is a person, more than a body, more than a number, and more than a result. In a world that told them that their bodies weren't enough, that judged and compared, these are the moments that matter. They continue to laugh and they continue to excel in their sports. Their bodies were never the limit. The expectations were.